Alright, I put the first panel on the front. You can see here I already trimmed it with the flush trim router. I'm going to trim this side. I didn't actually video this installation of the panel. If you want to see that done, you can go back to other campers I've done and look at that one. Look at that. This one required a magic spell, which is not really quite PG rated, so we did it without it. Here we go. Like, this is how I use a flush trim router. It's got a little bearing on the end, so it rides up against here. Just make sure all your screws are flush, and should be good to trim. I have so much of this stuff left over, I usually just cut it up or break it up. I'll put it, use it for a fire starter. If my bucket gets too full, then I'll just toss it. But I try to recycle everything, so one way or another. So once we get it all the one on here, and I'll sand it down to make sure all these staples are, you know, they're not sticking up a little bit like that one's up a little bit. I'll tap it with a hammer so that when I run sandpaper over it, it won't wear my sandpaper out too much. And plus, if you just skip that all together and then you lay your fiberglass over this, there'll be a little tent right here, a little air bubble where that staple sticks up. So when that happens and you go to sand the fiberglass, it's going to sand through, and then you're going to have a little bit of like a blister right there where you have to go back and put some epoxy resin and a little dab of fiberglass cloth and sand all over again, which is not much fun. So the next part of it is going to be a little more difficult because of the radius that you can see there. It's probably the sharpest radius on here. So what I will do is I'll close the garage door, and I'll glue the first stick that you see there, and then the next stick, and then on the radius of the walls I'll glue that until I get that pinched down a little bit more, and I'll reach up under there and then glue the third one of these rafters. I should really find out what they're called on campers. I'm not sure if they're ribs or rafters or joist, or I just call them ribs. And then, so anyway, I'll start nailing from here, and as I bend it over, then I'll add some more glue, and I'll bend it a little bit more. I'll add some more glue on that one. I'll do that until I get it. And then I've got the easy part all along here. Whoops, look at that, got caught by a wire. How clever. But what I'll do is, I'll stop this right about here in the middle, and I'll start again down here at the bottom, and I'll come up, and this will be a long one too, because as I put the bottom one on here, I'll get it stapled across there, and then I'll measure and put me a hole so I can run my flush trim around here, and hopefully I won't hit my wires. If I cut my wires off and I can't pull them out with tweezers, I'll have an issue. I know how to remedy that. I've already thought about it in case that happens. I'll probably tape them down real good. And also, over here you'll see a wire coming out close to the floor jack. That's going to be for my license plate light, because my license plate's going to go here. I didn't want it down there low, like there's my kayak trail. You can see, you can barely see a light sticking out. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So, and I radius the corners on the table. My support that I glued in between, on the back of the wall in between the studs, should be cured up by now, and then I can put my French cleat up there for my table to sit on. That'll be the next, or another video. I can't say it'll be the next one because I just do whatever I feel like doing next. If I have a bad day, I do the easy stuff. If I have a good day, I just do everything I can possibly do. All right, catch me on the next video.